Poppy Playtime is the prime example of when a gaming company that is so greedy tries to squeeze every ounce of money out of a game that actually had the potential to be one of the best horror franchises of all time.
Welcome to Poppy Playtime.
Poppy Playtime.
To Poppy Playtime.
Everybody's been talking about Poppy Playtime.
When Poppy Playtime first came out in 2021, it took the gaming community by storm, and for a good reason. You see, Poppy Playtime introduced a whole new level of mascot horror into the genre, and the immersion was insane. They would use real-life actors and even YouTubers to make their iconic, infamous 90s commercials and lost footage.
Look, it wasn't people, alright? I haven't a bloody notion what it was, but it wasn't human.
It is what separated them from games like Five Nights at Freddy's. That was just, to be honest, starting to get extremely old. It wasn't just a remake that many fans were copying. I mean, what the heck is Five Nights at the Chum Bucket? Poppy Playtime introduced characters that were cute on the outside, but were in fact terrifying. And not only that, we got to actually interact with them, get to know them. Characters like Huggy Wuggy, Mommy Longlegs, and of course the GOAT, Catnap. But where did this game go wrong? After the success of the first three games, Chapter 4 was heavily anticipated, but the fans wanted more, the fans wanted something different, and Chapter 4 actually failed to do both those things. And they actually teased what I thought was going to be one of the best characters in the game, Pianosaurus, with the fire theme song on top of that. Pianosaurus! And then they instantly go and kill him. Doughy the Doughman grabs this guy, throws him around like a rag doll, and murders him.
What's left to say? These prayers aren't working anymore.
For me, that instantly set the tone for the game, where it continues to have glitches, poor storytelling, and predictable moments. At times I was sitting there watching VHS tapes, doing nothing, instead of continuing in the story of the game. I felt myself actually having to drag myself through this game. They just stopped? Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 was officially the worst game of this franchise. But I always give games like this the benefit of the doubt. Games that impressed me in the past. And not much long after, Chapter 5 released. It's what this video was originally supposed to be about. But did this game live up to the standard of the first three? And could it save the franchise? The beginning part of this game was actually full of potential, something I actually enjoyed, and this elevator scene right here was my favorite part of the game, which you can see is a good or a bad thing. I'm done! He's gonna kill me! But right after this is where we would soon run into our problem that has been prominent in every single game, the puzzles. Of course, the puzzles have been here since the very first game, but since then have become a nuisance. Just another aspect that takes away from the immersion of the game. It caused me to not even want to participate in other aspects of the game, like the VHS tapes and the notes. Guys, I'm not reading, I'm not doing, I'm sorry, I can't do it. If I do it, I'm gonna lose interest in this game. I'm sorry, it's boring. Still, I would say that the first half of the game was the best part of the game, but that's not saying a lot. It was mainly just doing puzzles in the dark, learning how to use their new gadgets, and of course meeting this new random character named Giblet, who doesn't do anything, and glazes us like a donut.
Down here, they're calling you the Playtime Butcher.
You serious?
I enjoyed one final part of this game, and it's the big boss fight we finally get with Huggy Wuggy. He chases you into this room with these television screens where you basically have to put them on to calm them down and distract them so you can put batteries into the generators and open the door. Now I actually enjoyed this chase scene by Huggy Wuggy. For one, it transitions you into a room where you're gonna fight him, and two, He's the OG of Poppy Playtime. He's what started it all. But did they go too far with it? Later in the video, you will see how overused Huggy Wuggy is to a point where it's almost exhausting. You're cringing at the fact that they have no other ideas to use. Now, this leads me to the second half of the game. The part of the game where it absolutely falls off a cliff and is led by Lily Lovebraids, a random girl toy that was actually once a human that trained and tortured the kids that were put into the toys. The irony here is that after all the torture she did, she also got turned into a toy and would worship the prototype for the rest of her life. Now you might be asking, this actually looks pretty cool. Where does the story crash and burn? You see, we know the background story of Huggy Wuggy. He's simply a security measure for the factory, and he wants to get revenge on us for absolutely torching him in the first game. But after that, the game gets so complicated, so confusing, almost lazy to fact, because we have to rely on so much VHS tapes and notes, and it takes the immersion out of the game.
Man, this is a lot to read.
This leads me to my second point. The game isn't scary anymore. Do you guys remember the shrine Catnap made of the prototype in Chapter 3 with the creepy music in the background? That shrine was teasing what this could have been, and Chapter 4 obliterated that. This guy was supposed to be the final boss that ends the Poppy Playtime franchise in Chapter 5. And yet, we got Lily Lovebraids and an insecure clown. The game lost its charm. Remember when I mentioned Huggy Wuggy having all these chase scenes? He actually had 3, which might not seem like a lot, but in a span of 3 hours, this is an excessive amount. Something that you can tell the developers were afraid to tackle, afraid to change. Every game we got a new bad, and yes, that's cool, but the prototype should have been in the last game. If you're going to extend this game, like an overused show that just doesn't want to end, give me a new character, give me a new setting, give me a new protagonist if anything. Because this leads me to my final point. I don't care anymore. See, as a channel that watches and plays horror content, I actually did once care about Poppy Playtime. And I even supported Mob Entertainment, but I don't care anymore. I don't care about any VHS tape. I don't care about any audio recording. I don't care about any room I enter to that's deemed creepy because it has some weird title on top of the room. It's why I changed the video. I was faking every single reaction, to be honest with you guys. And I don't want to give you that type of content. And this gives me my final point. The game doesn't want to take any more risks. They're playing it safe. From the design change of the prototype to the 40 chase scenes we get, there's too much money on the line. From the first ever chase scene which made this game popular, they spammed it and overused it, milked it dry, to the end of the game where they reused the villain from Chapter 4, this random computer doctor. No one wanted this, I didn't want this. If you did want this, I'm gonna say that you're a weird person. Why are they bringing back this Dr. Computer dude from Chapter 4? What I thought was the worst game I've ever played in my life. Full of glitches, full of boring dialogue. Poppy Playtime has officially died and became a greedy corpse of itself. I'm going to be honest with you, I couldn't finish the second half of this game. And you might be wondering why I keep showing Markiplier clips. It's because he had the most iconic crash out on his channel about this game.
Even saying it didn't have that, but it's like, oh my god, enough!
But it came with a perfect explanation of why this game failed so dramatically, and why he will never ever play Poppy Playtime ever again. See, I can't believe we went from Catnap threatening to kill us to a random bear that came along for the journey. But this might just be the end of Poppy Playtime. I'm still gonna miss Pianosaurus though.